playing off Denny. On the offensive end, they're showing different coverages to him. He got a blitz today a lot, so, we was relying on DC to make those plays and City and guys in those actions, and I think we did a great job at that.
I saw you at one point hit a three and kind of say something to the bench. Is that just the nature of the?
I know a few guys over there, so it's just my competitive nature. You always saying something to the bench, or the bench is always talking to you when you shoot those corner threes closer to them. So it was just a little bit of fun.
Was there a moment where something clicked for you guys over the last couple of weeks, or is this just kind of a progressive build-up?
I think it was just a progressive build-up. I think we've been playing great all season. Just sometimes we finish on the wrong side of the playing field, but we just staying with it. Playing together, continue to play with our identity as far as playing on defense and playing hard. And then we just create an offense. Like I said, Denny is the head of our snake. Then you got Shaden. Tumani had a big night tonight. DC cleaning up everything on that back end, and everybody else just playing off each other.
I hear you guys talk about identity a lot. What would you say is the identity of this team?
Make them uncomfortable. That's kind of our thing, and we wanted to make Houston uncomfortable throughout the whole night, and I think we did that. Last two times we played them, and so I think that was the key to our success.
Does that make them uncomfortable? I know it came from training camp. Is that something you still talk about, or is it just embedded?
No, for sure. Every game, Coach Nate, it starts with him on the defensive end as far as making them uncomfortable and being physical, playing tough and fighting over screens, getting those loose balls, things like that. The stuff that doesn't really show up on the box scores, but you want to see those when you're out there on the floor.
Speaking of which, I saw Denny late in the game dive. I mean, what does that do for you guys to see?
Man, just to see our All-Star do that for us, it's just something that it goes a test to everybody. That's like I told you, that's our head of the snake, and seeing him get on the floor like that, it fires everybody up.
Yeah. What's the vibe around here right now? Compared to 3 weeks ago?
Man, it's great. It's great. We don't want to get complacent or big-headed or anything. Like we're definitely in a good rhythm and a good flow, but we want to keep it going for sure.
How big was City throughout the game, but especially down the stretch in the fourth?
He was great. And that's City for you. I mean, every time he gets out on the floor, he's going to give 110% every time he touches the floor. And then, on defense, he's going to give it your all. And, you can play him, however you wanted to play him. You can play him at PG. You can put him at, off the ball space or screener, things like that. So I think just his versatility has been great, the whole year.
With you both being two-way guys, what has it been? How has your bond been as you've both been getting this opportunity, and what has it been like to see you both succeed?
City, that's my guy, man. When I first got here, he welcomed me, and him being on the two-way with me is kind of like we're sharing some of the same experiences, and we just want to continue to help each other out and build on these these games, and we're getting experience, we're getting reps, and so we want to just make the best of our opportunity every time we're out there.
Speaking of, the successes you've had lately, Caleb, 10-plus points in 10 straight games. What have you been seeing out there on the offensive end of the floor?
Just trying to take good shots, playing with confidence, and, just trying to, play with the same, feel that I've, played with my whole life. And so I think, just playing with more confidence and, my teammates trusting in me, I think that's just been the key to my success.